Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Gonna have a crossout video for us today, guys. Now in today's video, as you can tell, I am quite sick, so we're gonna do this introduction as quickly as possible. But for today, we are gonna be going over probably the biggest change to crossout in this most recent update, or the best change I would say. And that is the changes they have made to the Absolute cabin. Now, this cabin released in the previous Battle Pass, and it wasn't particularly good when it first came out, but it seems now that they've brought the Absolute from a pretty subpar cabin to a very meta one in basically a single patch, and that's because they have buffed it with a constant 20% explosion radius now. So basically, they've turned the Absolute into a legendary harpy, if you will, and then on top of that, you've got the Absolute perk, which can give it an extra 30%. So you can get up to 50% explosion radius just from this cabin in the game, which is going to turn practically any weapon that uses explosion radius as its main form of damage into a very, very meta weapon. So basically, what I figured we'd do today is run two different types of builds just to test them out. Because the cool thing about the Absolute perk is that it is viable on both DPS and reload-based explosion radius. You just change up how you fire the weapon, essentially. So if you're using the Absolute on a reload-based weapon, all you really got to do is put the Absolute perk button on your firing button, and then you will essentially cycle through the perk every other shot. So your first shot will do 20% explosion radius, your second shot will do 50, and then 20, 50, 20, 50. And an average of what, 35% additional explosion radius on your cannon or whatever it is going to be a huge boost. Then if you have it on a DPS weapon, say like a Cyclone by here now, all you've really got to do is bank the Absolute as like a redundancy. So if you have like a fight which is like start and stop, or it's not really like that kicking off yet, you just keep the perk stored up, or store up as much as you can, and then just use it when you're like pushing someone or when you're getting pushed. And given like Cyclone's 50% explosion rate is basically going to turn into a grenade launcher at that point, so it should be really, really cool. So the first build we're going to run is this Cyclone Omni, just to test out the DPS. I also wanted to test out Omnis as well, because they recently got a bit of a buff. And then we're going to switch it over to the Cicada Hover just to test out a reload based weapon on the Absolute as well. And that's kind of the perks of this cabin. Now, it's going to be really quite meta on a lot of different weapons in Crossout. Like, most auto cannons are going to want to use the Absolute. A lot of artillery builds are going to want to use Absolute. A lot of rocket builds are going to want to use Absolute. Like mine layers as well. I'm in a process of building an Absolute porcupine, so this is going to turn into a very meta cabin, it seems, just because it's such a fantastic perk these days. So we'll jump into the usual 20 minutes or so of PvP down to test it out, guys, and I hope you all enjoy. Okay, first game on the Cyclone. This should be pretty easy to play for the most part. We'll just stay with the teammates and then hit the perk as a bit of an oh shit button. Oh, we'll just hit it now. Okay, 2k, no bad. Perk again. Oh, get out here. Really? Oh, yeah, you're mine. Jesus, 3k already. Yeah, this thing's a nuke. Yeah, this cabin feels better immediately, to be honest. After one game, it just feels so much better. Having that constant harpy perk is insane. And an additional 30% on top of that. You don't want to do that, mate. You don't want to do that. Alright, nice. We've charged up 4 seconds. Now we can just push and murder this guy. Sorted. Oh, easy on now, mate. Nice. Yeah, this couldn't be easier to use, to be honest. Alright, we played 2 games, 2 MVPs, and we've barely had to put in any effort. That's always a good sign. Oh no, you don't want to run away from me, man. Oh, he's... okay. This carbon feels easy mode at the moment. No, it's not happening, guys. Oh, he's popped already. How many seconds was that? Give me a break, team. You're welcome. %50 explosion, let's go. Yeah, that hurt. Just finish him already. There we go. Right, last game in a Cyclone build then. But these things feel amazing on the absolute. They feel like a different animal on this carbon. Like the extra 50% explosion radius when the perk kicks in, might as well turn them into a grenade launcher at that point. They got such a big AoE. Guys off to my right, I'll avoid them. Really? Ah, I figured he'd get crushed. Oh, mistake. Yeah, this thing feels amazing. Okay, on to the cicada hover. Now this build should be incredibly strong, just because cicadas are already one of the best weapons in the game. So giving them 50% explosion radius should be pretty unfair, to be honest. This is gonna hurt. Just perish already. Yeah, that's a wall, mate. Bloody hell. Oh. Right, well, our first game went rather well. Cicadas always take me a little getting used to, just because of my fusions. So two of them are fused, so the reload on the one that isn't, and the projectile speed's a little bit off always. It's a bit annoying. Oh, it's this guy again. Hey, 50%, let's go. When that 50% kicks in, you notice it. Oh, that took his gun mount out so much radius. Bloody hell. Team, please don't barge me. Thank you. Oh, right, last game, man. Yeah, this carbon is really, really good now. I'm definitely going to refuse mine for power when I get the chance. Just so I can use it on a hover build. Because it's got decent, mass anyway, so I don't think it needs the extra mass as much. But the power on it should be absolutely fantastic for hovers. What the hell is this guy up to? Oh, I'm definitely pushing this guy. God bless the towers. Oh. Nice. Guy behind. Sorted. So yeah, and that is it for the absolute cabin. This thing is really, really strong at the moment. I think the changes they made were really good and really smart, to be honest. This definitely did need the buff that it got, and it just, it makes a lot of sense as well. It feels very powerful without it feeling overpowered. So if you are looking for an explosive radius or like an explosion weapon cabin across out, I would definitely recommend this just because it seems pretty great on everything, to be honest. That constant harpy perk and then 50% extra exploding race on a weapon is going to turn into good, to be honest. So yeah, thank you all for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will catch you for tomorrow's.